What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to the final trailer for Fantastic Four: First Steps. I have tickets bought for the IMAX version at City Walk. Excited to see what that's...
full frame 3D or not 3D?
Well,
3D?
that I don't know. I've tried to ask if that version is in 3D or not, and I'm assuming it is because it would be weird if that like one specific showtime is in 2D.
Yeah.
Preferably not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see. You'll see when you get there.
I guess.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes, I am. So this is 2 minutes 24, right? Okay. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
All right.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic.
Wow. Very cool.
Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
Oh my God.
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
Oh, clobbering.
Clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
Sheesh.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So this threat's gonna come on early.
Is beginning. I herald your end. I herald.
Whoa.
Galactus.
It looks like a damn transformer.
He does.
Here, Ben. Hold on.
Very cool.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
No.
The clock is ticking.
And there's the
Oh
baby.
goodness.
There's the baby.
Find a solution.
Oh man.
We are gonna make it right.
You don't want to just crush him.
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Oh God.
Wow.
It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together.
Whoa.
Okay. Okay.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
Oh my God, he's got a beard.
He's got a beard.
I don't want to.
Oh my God.
Where'd he
That's
get the beard
amazing. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, looks fun. Okay.
You know, it's interesting. After we had that first teaser trailer, the tone of the trailers has changed a little bit. Like
How
that
so?
first,
How so? Explain.
Well, the first teaser trailer to me felt very like, you know, it's mid-century modern. It's the 60s. It's very fun and it's snappy and you know, it's very lighthearted and da-da-da-da. And then we start getting into more of the advertising as we start to reveal Silver Surfer and Galactus a little bit more. It starts to feel a little bit more grim, which is
Like Ben?
obviously which is obviously fine because you know Galactus is that world-ending threat. But it is interesting to see that very sort of like lighthearted, upbeat tone, and then as soon as we introduce the villains of the story, it starts to get a little bit darker toned, and it's more like, will this universe survive? Like that's definitely the feeling that I get watching these trailers is, will this alternate 60s, retro 60s futuristic Fantastic Four universe actually survive? I don't know. You know, and we obviously now that we've seen,
I don't think they will.
yeah, and now that we've seen Thunderbolts, you know, at the end, at that end credit scene, we see that rocket ship from this universe entering our Earth.
Yep.
And I don't know why I had this feeling watching this trailer in particular, but when I see Sue and Reed holding the baby, there is that part of me of like, do they send the baby to our universe?
Interesting.
And maybe the Fantastic Four don't come over immediately. Like maybe it's not like we know they're in Doomsday, obviously, but maybe it's not so immediate. Like maybe in Avengers Doomsday, we are reintroduced to these characters, or they're like implemented into the film, but it's not because they took that rocket ship to Earth. Maybe there's like some remnant of their Earth that they're on. I don't know. It felt like a very
That's a
Superman
good idea,
moment.
actually.
Yeah, it felt like a very
Yeah,
Superman moment where I was like, damn, what if they just send the baby? I don't know. I don't know like if that goes against any comic book lore, but then again, these are not one-to-one adaptations, so they can remix it and do whatever they want with it. Do I think eventually these 4 specific Fantastic Four characters will be in the sacred timeline? I do. But how they get there, like I don't know if it's going to be as simple as how we've all kind of been predicting it, that like, well, they escape this universe with the rocket ship, they end up on our Earth, and that's it. Like I feel like that's too easy, and I think that Matt Shackman and the creatives and even Marvel Studios themselves are going to want there to be some kind of a surprise and to make it feel a little bit different than just being that cut and dry, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think now that you mention it, that's got me thinking. I'm like, yeah, maybe this version of the Fantastic Four doesn't even make it. What if there's a whole nother version, a normal Earth version of the Fantastic Four that eventually has to make their way down? I don't know. Did we just blow a fuse in Hector's brain wherever he is by saying that? I don't know. But so one thing that makes me feel that it's not going to end with this particular way that everybody thinks it's going to end with this Fantastic Four joining Earth is that this Galactus, normally in the comics, I don't think I've ever seen him look so robotic and machine-like, because Galactus isn't a machine. Galactic is a Earth-eating entity or a world-eating entity. He's a being, and here he looks like a transformer. So I'm like, is this a machine being sent forward by somebody else? It's not the Galactus that we all know. Is this a different version of Galactus? And so that makes me think that maybe nothing that we've been predicting is actually going to come true. Like, is that even their kid? Like the oh my God, what's his name? Franklin. Is that even Franklin or Valeria? Like, we don't know because they have 2 kids. So yeah, this one just kind of threw me for a loop at this point, and I think that's a good thing because maybe this story isn't going to end the way we all think it is, and they have something bigger planned.
For sure.
Clearly they have something bigger planned, but because I don't think I've ever seen Ben with a beard either. I'm rewatching it over and over. I'm like, this is a version of Fantastic Four that I'm not very familiar with. So yeah, I don't think it's going to end how we all think it's going to end either. I think there might be something to your theory of them sending maybe one person, maybe something to Earth. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, yeah, and you also, like, there's clips of them being on the ship. They're like rocketing off from this, like, I guess it's a spaceship in space. I'm not too familiar with this like design. So yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, I think it's too easy to just introduce Galactus, the straight comic book version, and say he's a world-eating entity. He destroys their universe, and they pop over to the main sacred timeline. Could they have done that? Oh, for sure. I just feel like if you're already going to adapt this material, it's too easy of a solution. Like, you want there to be some surprise for the audience when they watch it. Because if you walk into it and you're sitting there, you're going like, well, he's just going to consume their universe, and they're going to pop over to ours.
They're going to escape.
And that's the end. Then you're like, okay, I don't know. I feel like for me, maybe we're also like the different types of viewers, because I feel like if you're a comic book reader, that's what you want. Like, you want to go into that movie. Yeah, I want him to do exactly what you just said. And I'm the type of person who's like, I don't want that, because to me, that just seems too simple, too simplified.
Yeah.
Like, make it a little bit more challenging, make the stakes bigger. So I think that they're going to, if anything, they'll make it seem like that's what they're going to do. And then the movie takes a left-handed turn and you're going, oh shit, that's not what I was expecting.
What if they all die at the end?
Right.
That would be insane.
That
would be crazy.
The movie, there is a reason why they chose to make this movie set in a retro futuristic 1960s alternate universe. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
You know, they could have very easily incorporated the Fantastic Four into the sacred timeline from the get. Easily. You can just explain that very easily, especially with things like the blip have happened. You know, there's so many ways to very easily incorporate the Fantastic Four into the main timeline. Yeah. So it's a very specific choice and reasoning, and I'm looking forward to that revelation, unfolding on screen to see. Great. What kind of a creative challenge have they put themselves into now by having to bring these characters into our world and bring them into the Doomsday storyline and eventually Secret Wars? And maybe it is the case that Reed can't figure out how to get them back to their own universe or to fix the events or whatever. And Secret Wars maybe does reset a lot of stuff and it places these characters into our world. I don't know.
Yeah. I do like that. I actually think that's a lot more interesting than just what we all assume it's going to be. So I really like these ideas, and I'm hoping that this story delivers on at least a little bit of that, because we do have a lot of unknowns coming up. Like the whole Robert Downey Jr. thing. Why is he being cast as Victor? And just so many things. I feel like Thunderbolts really set a cool new tone for what these movies could be and the subjects that they cover and how they're told. And I'm hoping that this movie also brings that forward. I hope it's not just another simple cut and dry superhero movie where, what we think is going to happen just to appease the fans.
For sure.
Let's do something cool and interesting. Let's do something cool and fun.
Yeah, and they also can't afford to do that with Fantastic Four because this is their fourth attempt at making one. And I know it's not Marvel Studios, but you had the Roger Corman version in 94, you had the 2005 and 2007 Tim Story movies, Fant Four Stick, and now you have this. You have to nail it. Like, there is no option. It's got to be the best one yet, and 100%. It's got to be the most interesting. I think, I don't think there's a single person who's not on board with this cast. They're all awesome actors, and I'm so excited to see them all. So it really just comes down to, hey, hopefully you wrote something really compelling, really unique, that is a great mix of all these different types of Fantastic Four comics and stories, and you deliver on something that's going to really leave people walking out of the theater going, holy crap, that's the most unique thing I've seen from Marvel in a long time. Because we kind of need it. We kind of need it. So I'm excited, though. I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out Comic-Con weekend.
Absolutely.
So we might have to set aside a couple of hours on that weekend to go see it in 3D.
Absolutely, we will.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun. But guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about this final trailer for Fantastic Four? What are some of your theories? Do you think it's going to be pretty cut and dry, pretty simple dimple? Or do you think there's going to be a lot more that is going to surprise us in the movie? Let us know. Check out everything else we are watching on Patreon and on YouTube. See you guys in the next one. Bye.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching